Terry McLaurin once out. The Pittsburgh Steelers have come knocking, and now the Commanders' offensive line is one injury away from crisis mode. Welcome back to Commanders HQ, your trusted insider voice on everything burgundy and gold. If you're new here, smash that like button and subscribe, because this channel gives you real updates, no fluff. Let's get right into it. Terry McLaurin has officially requested a trade from the Washington Commanders, a move that's shaken up the fan base and front office alike. McLaurin, entering the final year of his 3-year, $68.3 million extension, is set to earn $15.5 million this season, but that number doesn't match the production. The two-time Pro Bowler is coming off his best year yet, 1,096 yards, 13 touchdowns, and his first All-Pro nod. That's 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons. The man has done his part. Sources close to the situation say McLaurin's camp is targeting a deal north of $35 million annually, which will place him at the very top of the wide receiver market. The Commanders? So far, they've balked, and McLaurin has responded by staying present but not participating in practice, the classic hold in. Enter the Pittsburgh Steelers. According to respected Steelers insider Chris Halleck, Pittsburgh has reached out to Washington to discuss McLaurin's availability. But here's the catch. The Steelers just landed DK Metcalf from Seattle and signed him to a 4-year, $132 million extension. That immediately locks him in as their WR1. Halleck also reports that McLaurin made it clear to both sides. He doesn't just want to be paid like a WR1, he wants to be the WR1, meaning he wants to be the guy, not share spotlight or touches. Pittsburgh's interest? Likely cooled once they realized they couldn't offer either the money or the offensive role McLaurin is demanding. So where does that leave Washington? General Manager Adam Peters now has two options. 1. Pay the man, extend McLaurin now, and solidify the relationship before it fractures. 2. Trade high, field offers, and extract max value while McLaurin is still at peak performance and under contract. The challenge? It's not just about replacing a receiver. It's about replacing a culture setter, a captain, and a leader who stuck with the franchise through dark years. McLaurin is not easily replaced in a locker room or on the field. As if the McLaurin drama wasn't enough, training camp delivered another gut punch. Coleman, projected to start at left guard this season, limped off the field during Saturday's session and did not return. Insiders report Coleman went straight to the facility and was replaced by veteran Andrew Wiley. Coleman had just transitioned from left tackle to guard following the arrival of Pro Bowl tackle Laramie Tunsil. His move inside was going smoothly, until now. With Nate Herbig retiring earlier in camp and Sam Cosmi still recovering from an ACL tear, this group just went from stable to thin. If this injury is serious, Washington must consider depth reinforcements. Whether that's elevating a young lineman or looking at free agents, Peters will need to pivot fast. Dan Quinn's philosophy isn't flashy. It's not rooted in favoritism, draft status, or contracts. It's built on one unshakable foundation: earn everything, every day. And in just over a year, it's already redefining the Washington Commanders. When Jayden Daniels arrived as the number 2 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, everyone outside the building assumed he'd be QB1 from day one. But inside Ashburn, that title wasn't on a silver platter, not on Dan Quinn's watch. Daniels had to compete with veteran Marcus Mariota every step of the way. Even when the talent gap was obvious to fans and analysts, Quinn stayed firm. Nobody plays until they earn it. And Daniels didn't just win that battle, he embraced it. That process, that fight, helped forge the poise and presence he showed throughout his rookie campaign. That's the exact mindset Quinn wants, and it's spreading like wildfire through the locker room. This isn't just about the quarterback position. From star receivers to red zone specialists, nobody skips the line. Look at tight end Zach Ertz, a seasoned vet brought in with modest expectations, mainly as a situational threat in the red zone and third downs. But when camp began, Ertz wasn't playing like a part-time player. He was dominating every rep, and Quinn didn't blink. He adjusted the plan, gave Ertz more because he earned more. Same with the offensive line last year. Brandon Coleman and Cornelius Lucas battled for a tackle spot until the very end of camp. This year, it's Andrew Wiley versus first-round pick Josh Connerly. And yes, even Connerly, a top 10 pick and projected franchise left tackle, is grinding just like everyone else. He's not being handed anything. As of now, he's still rotating, still fighting for first-team reps. That's not a punishment, it's the standard. So why does Quinn hold so tightly to this idea? In his own words, I never want a player to feel anything other than this. If you get this gig, you earned it. You had to fight for it. And that's the world of a competitor. This is about more than fairness. It's about building a locker room that knows, deep down, that every player lining up beside them belongs there because they proved it. That belief builds trust. That trust builds confidence. And that confidence, that's how you build a winning culture. It's not just about the 11 best athletes on the field. It's about the 11 most committed competitors. That's how Quinn sees it. And that's how this team is being built, from the inside out. Let's talk about Josh Conerly. The rookie tackle out of Oregon came into the league with big expectations, and rightfully so. He's athletic, polished, and projected to be a long-term answer at left tackle. But expectations mean nothing in Quinn's system. What matters is how you work when the lights aren't on. So far, Conerly's not locked into any job. He's rotating with Wiley, he's splitting reps, he's not taking every snap with Jaden Daniels. And that has some fans worried. But the truth is, that's the process. Dan Quinn said it himself, the rep distribution isn't scripted ahead of time, it's earned each day in camp. Some days are designed by Pyrion, some by evaluation cycle, but the plan is fluid because growth is fluid. And if Conerly wants that starting spot, he'll have to show he can outwork and out-execute a gritty vet like Wiley day after day, just like Daniels did with Mariota, just like Ertz did with the depth chart. That's the blueprint. What Dan Quinn is building isn't just a depth chart. He's building an identity, a team where no job is handed out and no success is assumed. This mindset is contagious. It pushes rookies and rejuvenates vets. It creates a locker room that every guy knows what it took to get on the field and what it will take to stay there. In a league where so many teams cater to star players or make excuses for underperformance based on salary or draft pedigree, the Commanders are taking a different path, a harder path, but maybe the right path. This unbreakable rule, it's more than a coaching philosophy. It's a culture reset, and fans are already seeing the results. From Daniels' meteoric rise to Ertz's resurgence, and now to Conerly's rookie campaign, the message is clear. In Washington, you don't inherit greatness, you earn it. Let's be clear, this team has real momentum coming off a 12-5 season and an NFC Championship game appearance. Jaden Daniels looks like the real deal. The defense is forming an identity, the coaching staff is finally stable. But a contract dispute with your offensive cornerstone, followed by potential instability on your offensive line, that's how things unravel if not handled immediately. The smart play? Re-sign McLaren and ride into the season with Daniels having the full arsenal. He's earned the extension, and the team is in position to absorb it financially. If not, you'd better hit on a trade, and you better fix that offensive line. This is exactly why you subscribe to Commanders HQ. No fluff, just facts, with a pulse on every move that matters in Ashburn. What do you think? Should the Commanders pay McLaren, or is it time to move on? Drop your take in the comments and hit that bell icon, because if a trade goes down, you'll hear it here first.